Hiya, Tajina.
Thank you.
Tangazo Kato Chi Shenzana with the Kawale de Orlana. Ani Sajena was Chewayna Nipa Nepashin and launch Rambala Loju Satin it Shepala, Nis, launch of a Shiniti Bitsuto. Then in Luchitaju, Rambaho was Sati. Ta launch of a Shiniti Bitsatella. Ani tanchi ngola chitasha wato, tansola chitasha salo siti niche. Ta tanchi ngola chitasha watela, ani yowa nija nju sanu nena, ani yoe ti khati roti yores.
So as to the headings of this teaching on this Lamrim goes. So we from last week. So we begin on the one of this, the second main heading, which is after developing certainty about the paths, the explanation of how to train mind on the stages of the path. So this is heading is elaborated under these two subheading, which is how to rely on spiritual teacher as the root of the path, and then how to train the mind in the stages of the path. And so then the first subheading, which is how to rely on your spiritual teacher as the root of the path, so this has then further two subheadings, which is the actual session, and then the session break times. What we do, that is what we do in the actual session, and then what we do in the session break. So as to what we do in the actual session, so that can be further broken into three parts, which is the actual session, and then the in between the session and the threes are the preparations, and then the actual session, and then the conclusions. Thank you.
Ta yongi ji son yowatela ni yoichi truth. Yuichi tune tomo nekoshi toshe la kusutu chi te tromba singite. Da dingi la ni nekoshi toshe sate, da ni kusutu chi te tronsate te se shures.
So last time, we discussed a bit on the relating to that, the preparations. So there are the list of 6 preparatory practices. So the first one, which we began last week, which is the cleaning, the house, and then arranging the altar with the representatives of the holy body, speech, and mind.
Ani ta shitang ni kusutu chi ba ten ton troya ta nolu na wa ngatsun samra wa ji dewa ina tomo nolu te tsoma zo. Ani ta tsoma zo tsare kusutu le tsala spa shaku ro ba. Kusutu le shandi tsala ya shitang ne jela na ani ngatso tsuji tso le go ro ba ta ndi ji na ma le ge te ina ya. Ani ta rambaji ta drene lama ye ton shu se ne tne ma ni rambaji ta drug mato she ya kuji muji zo ne ni drug ye ji drug ye so mares.
So or as part of this, the first the preparatory practice. So we need to before we begin the like a retreat or our practice sessions. So we should clean the house, or the place well, and then after we've done that, then we need to setting up the altars. So which involve to placing our various holy images on the altars. So of course the actual the object, actual explanation or the about the object of about the holy object, which comes more detail in the when we come on the section on the visualizing the field of merit. So in here, so what we are focusing is on the to setting up this our altar with the images, holy images, which representing the various the enlightened beings. So in arranging this, it's not, there are certain kind of a procedure or certain proper order that in terms of the where we should place the image which represents our gurus and then Buddha's deity and so forth. So it's so we have to learn this, because we cannot, when we're setting altar, we cannot just place or arrange whatever way we like.
Ani ya tela kajega ni ta jite pikla ta chishu su matri ani ta thongo da su su la matri ka kan jite nge ani thongo da su la mat su yula ma ja de nge tando ga tinge sare tando du runge samares.
So like certain the objects, meditation objects which we rely on for the for seeking protection, for seeking help, may include certain some worldly gods or the deities, the worldly Dhamma protectors and so forth. So these worldly holy objects, cannot, it is not appropriate to put the above the image which representing our gurus, Buddhas and so forth.
Ani teonta ngacho ma didisala ya ji drsate saja tomena do saja chechu ta manri watno shunane yo te ya jama jona sha ji sha samari song second sungdu swa ta manri wa ma ji ya saja ji yoro saja chamanri ngetni yana ya te misaya sares.
However, in the text, so it says that we can make some exceptions in a case where we are meditating it has a very limited or a very confined space, and so in that, if that is the case, then there is some exception in terms of the placing the various the image which, because we cannot because there's not enough space for that we cannot keep the make some distance between various objects.
Yang ka je ga ne ji kula chipai na ka chipai na ya ni se ka da ni ngu ku se ne te che jing ji yung ge ga to cha da so yang go sha wa da ani ji sa ga ja shan zo de xin yu zo shan zo ge de ma zhen ju lu jo zo de ni ge so nge de ni se de ni zo zhong ma de su ngo de se wa da de zo la ni da ka de zo la bi jeno ge de xie ma do ni ni ne da san je den ba da ani so je ge de xie me bi ge da zhen na ji den de ge rest ni je wai na.
So in arranging the various objects, holy objects, then because there are certain the holy objects are made of of some like expensive materials like of the gold or the silvers and so on, that we might, to on the basis of that, the value of their material, that what the object is made of. Then if we, we lining them or putting that on a more prominent, like a space, and whereas the putting the images which are made of some inexpensive material like some the plasters or some wood, then putting it behind or some bit in a more further from the main line. So it says that this is if we do this, then that it kind of clearly indicates our lack of the understanding, lack of the recognitions of this, what is why we are placing all these the holy objects. So rather, there's in doing such things to indicate that we have the recognition of this image rather as like a personal, belongings or something like a properties.
다 소소라니 그수지 때문에 몸보야나 다시 막고래 다 기세 몸보면아야 네 거기 때한다니 수지 제스 템비가니 쳇다니 템베 것이다 아니 라마 제스 템비시다 네 제름부치 거래래 아니 수때 네그 수그 때라니 다 도다바다 디 땡지들이 간지 땡지들이 여러와 드니다니 조줄로를 쳐못하고 드니다 아니 투그 때니 제된다고도 네 도제트 불라서 봐 아니 드니 뉴욕에서 그래서
so the if one you already have the various the holy objects, then that is fine. What you normally various objects which you normally have which you place on the altar, then that's fine. But otherwise, the what is the advice, what is instructed is that we should have as a representative of all the Buddhas. So we should have some image of like a Shakyamuni Buddhas, in the statues or in drawings, and also as a representative or the symbol of our the guru, spiritual teacher. Then should have the image of Je Lama Tsongkhapas, and then to as a representations of a holy of a dharma, holy dharma, or then we should have the like some dharma text. You can place dharma text, whether it could be some like a short sutras or like a Tsongkhapas, like the great treatise on the stages of the path, and then the representations of a holy mind. For that, so we can place the like either some like a stupas or the even like a vajras or the bell, placing that will either symbolic of the holy mind. Yes.
대용다 미tombo 제드지살아 야포 디사디살아 아니 니마타 파르지 윤주 드그에서 말이 니마tombo 디에티가니 고치게서 그래서 아니 뜻sol라니 수징이 뜻이라고 전에 인지하시고 그래서
So of course it's on the first days, so we might need to do some actual might need to actually arrange all this, like our altars in a proper orders, and then however in later on, or so in another word, we don't have to arrange or rearrange our altar, in every time, in every sessions or in every day. So, so in fact, after once it's all be altar been properly set, and then on the next session or on the following days, and then we can simply, as a substitute of this first preparatory practice, where we says arranging the altar, so we should at least have a have a look at have an audience of all these the holy objects in our altar, and who we should we think of as the recognize them all those as the actual gurus and the Buddhas, and just as a should look, should see those objects, and then just remembering, remind ourselves of all the our own gurus, Buddhas, and so forth.
Shog ani tak te tsola kuzu te tsola ta ji soneni ta taparsi manjene ni joge samare jo ni mare re ji in yewa ina ani susi jala ani pocha chewa je yugo yorse tani songdos.
So there is it is instructed here that we should on a every session or on a regular basis, we should have an audience with, or should with all our holy objects in our altars, and because there is a by doing this, so we will be accumulating merit, and also leaving a good positive imprint in our mind. So therefore, on the other hand, if we think that we just not bothering to actually to have a audience with all our holy objects in the altars, because we said ourselves, we already know what is there in the in the altars. So if you do that, then you are missing out. You are disprivileging yourself from such opportunity, to wonderful opportunity to accumulate merit and the leaving a positive impressions, simply by the looking at these ones, all those holy images in the altar. Did
you say
audience, or I don't know.
Like some.
No, I mean like a see. Look at, yeah. Okay.
Pena ane Pupa Sharipate ane sujeto ne injesa yoju kitela sujeto rawa me koroma setan tela ane sujeto rawa me pa ne dewate ane koroma shewa kemajila ane ta lumbaji kanola karela kurta chimuje punche sema tanda ihe yama shendo dinge tani jiga shewa le nimachi ni tani ihe ma shendo tsala 라고지노 쇼데 되지잖아. 눈치 매지 봐 걸어 홍구대 단지 메고는 고마지 안 놓고 해서 홍구대야 잼디잖아. 드니 라고디노라 아니 다스 드니 수지지가 아니 데리지 티셔야레스 드니 키가 텔라 요네 요든 제네 텔라 이메슈네 다 요네 드리지가 제나 som비가 아니 이메 요네 요데 시비가 아니 디 노멀 때네 아니 수지 전에도네 다 라오메 봐 아니 드리 중화대 디그 넘어래 해지네 아니 드리 수무도스
So relating to this, the benefit of of just, can you use the word like looking at or
maybe audience.
yeah, I don't know. It looks too. That's why I use the word audience, because looking looks too direct. Observing at your the holy images in the altar. So to explain that, so there's the stories which are relating to the life of the one of the Lord Buddha's principal attendant or the disciple, like a Shariputra's. It is said that the Shariputra is someone who has the most opportunity to be always always in the presence of the Lord Buddhas, and so it is said that he created why he had this such opportunity was the result of some very like this good karma that he created in one of his past lives, so in which the Shariputra was born as like a bit like a messengers, to taking the message, delivering message to various places, and so one time, so he it got a very late night, and so he ended up staying in taking sheltering in one temple, and so and then in the room, because the room where he was staying was a bit dark, so he lit a lamp, and then he at the same time started to stitch his the torn shoes, which all because the shoes worn out because of the usage, overuse, and then as he lit the light lamp, so he saw all this the beautiful the image and the drawing of the Buddhas in the on the wall, like a mural on the wall, and then when he saw that, he felt so feel great faith, a rise of faith, and also he wished that that the one day, how wonderful if one day he'll be able to actually meet this beautiful Buddha. So it is said that it was the cause, because of this his instance of where he of seeing the image of the Buddha and then having a faith in that. So it was that because as a result of that, then he had this the opportunity to be constantly in the presence of the Lord Buddhas.
네 요에 치투는 요에 동보된로 잘했어. 네 고시도 시에자래. 아니 그수도 지대 딴 잘했어. 다 그수도 지대 딴 차와 이자 다 때라 chewa 그거요. 레스로와 단 chewa부터 대 가는 제스나. 아니 이런 거 때서 쇼샤가 있으러와.
Okay, so after the first the preparatory practices, so in which we we have cleaned up room, and then all the altar is properly set, and so now the next is we make offering to those the holy objects, and so the next preparatory practice is the arranging the offerings beautifully and without any corruptions.
계장다 chewa 요매지 개변제 파숑 바세고로 대인자 다 요매 생인들 가르치고 그래서는 요텔라네 지그요도 근롱요니요레스.
So relating to this arranging the offering, so there's a word called without any corruptions. Also, that the word corruption here so can be explained in two ways. That is one way with respect to the object that we offer, and then the next is the without corruption, which with respect to the motivations by which we make the offerings.
Tombo ne ji yo singe te karase karsena pena rat shunga ina na lonso ngoi konela ne chebe ka jatra pata ane chemba ina na ane chewa pyu ka tenda ni senje se pata ane ya ji kama jane ne chewa pyu ka tenda kama japala su pata ane tni rungu ma res ne tsungu yo res.
Yes. So regarding this, the offering of the objects which are corrupted or wrongfully acquired, like so. Regarding this, so there are the two explanations. So one explanation which is more relevant to the to sanghas, to sangha, for which then they talk about there's the explanation of the 5 types of wrong the wrong livelihood, and whereas this second way is towards the lay people, then it could means just to acquiring such objects through like misdeeds, through negative actions, such as like through by stealing by stealing the objects, or by committing the act of killings. And so through this means, so if you acquire the object, and so and such objects, so is considered here as the wrongly acquired or the corrupted objects.
Yeah, te yora wa ta nga so ti ta choji ta na zamata no mo she ne ni chewa pia chewa ge jena tro roya ge tenda ani ma bi she ani ta tri zo ne ta jit ni la te ne shu ni cheje la so pa ani chewa pho ale ni ma pho na yo res song des.
So in a way it is said here that making the offering of some goods which you acquire wrongfully, such as like by cheating others and so forth, then it said that it is actually is a better one is better off than actually not making offerings.
Te zekarasena cheba sengeti tendo te karasena kenchu nye pasene. Kenchu nye pasene te sigores. Tensa tirong ni ta chi mungo ko ta ni tni senje se wala tene ni tni to chanju te chio pin kenchu nye ga marwas. Tensa ne mapil ka gre se tenisis.
So because the word offerings, so which is in Sanskrit is puja, or in Tibetan chöpa. So that indicates, that means to delight, to delight or to please the noble beings, or to the enlightened beings, and so therefore, we can understand that any offering of the objects, which was wrongfully acquired, through the means of like the negative actions. So is another cause to delight or please the enlightened beings.
아니 아지 드리고다 저 부비가 제대 아니 다지 조지도 마위시네니 주어라 아니 다트니가 님이 하마공에 아니 주창이나 주차와이나 다 가르치 그러잖아 아니 다 주차와이나 아니 다 샤샤발에 피잖아요 그래서 와 마지 녀라니 다 대저기 시도 아니 드니 조지요 말해서 네 로제니께 다 더바다 픽시다 피잖아요 그래서 그래서
So what we should not be doing is to just to trying to make an effort in gathering certain wrongfully like acquiring or gathering objects to in order to make the offering to the holy objects. So this it is says here is the instructed here. We should not do, and it is not right. And but however, in a situations where, in an instance where, let's say either unknowingly, so we already have possessed have acquired the objects, and then even though that object was acquired wrongfully, but however at the time when we were acquiring it, we were not we didn't acquire to make the offerings. So however it is said that if you already possess that object, then of course there is more beneficial to make that to offer these objects, then not offerings. So but of course we should ensure that we when we make the offering, so our intentions is to accumulate merit and to purify negativities.
제자들이 네 라진이나 땅가서 로종의 권을 네 지와라서 봐. 네 전에도 지와빈 주고 말했으니 드니 순교를 했을거라. 야 그런 지 로제 중보전에니 드니 다 지수수지다 나더니 가래나 수수 중보전에 봐 대치 지와이나네요. 시에요 말했어요. 드니 순교도 있어.
And as a sangha or as a ordained monk or nun, then should acquire should overcome kind of overcome these what we call as the five wrong livelihood. And to any object which are acquired through such five wrong livelihood. So it is said that it is not such object is considered as corrupted and is not appropriate.
페나네 파조타 이다세그로 지도나 드릴 살라니 소소 그런 게 배운 게 다시 약배서 몸보나 드리고 쉬는 다시라니 다들 벨렌다고 시야와다 네 아지 절로 준주지 파트네 비 질 첨보지라고 하잖아 네 드리서 와다 야지지 나닝을 드리 때자티 패토고 쉬시네 야디 니스 말롱와제네 쉬라 아니 드리로 되었던지다 아니 그런 게 배운 게 드리서되나 아니 tni ne shunwe jete ta chewa pin rungu mare sungo res rawa ta kalung chombo ongi chi chewa ina ne pichugu yo res tani res rawa ta loso ngati ta tani re.
So there is these five wrong livelihood is more related to the motivation, or the your intention, mental intentions of the intentions, and so of course if your intention is very honest and very sincere, then you cannot it cannot be a wrong livelihood. So therefore, like if you this wrong livelihood includes such like a act of like a sangha members who in order to receive the offerings, receive an offering or any gift, that then they're trying to be very like a very flattery to others, and through this the this flattery and a very deceitful manner. So if they acquiring any gift or the object from other, then it is corrupted, and likewise you could this also you can also not necessarily you kind of directly you request or ask the someone to give you a gift, but however indirectly through your conversation, so you implied or you hinted to others, and they and through that they you kind of indirectly you put a bit of pressure, and then and they make a make an offering to you, or sometimes with intentions to receive some sort of like a larger or a greater gift, and then with that intentions, then you give something small, and again out of such intentions, then I can receiving any gift, any good. So these also all these goods also becomes wrong livelihood or get corrupted.
다 맞아 지위 요때 차지. 그런 거 요라 니 chewa piti ta pi mu chendo chiga ta shibuji sosol yapu pishin kasene laga jire sone tonde tandi piwa ta kanje ni jite shije ungi sekro ta ani tani kalung la mapina yao res rwa tani kalung chine chewa mapina yao res ta pina chi yorwa so ngichi ya pishane me ngal chi shibuji yapore indi shibuji pishin kasosoji laga na chi shi soson rawa tani chi chene mapina yao res rwa kalung la
No. And so the object of the offering can be also are corrupted, can get become corrupted with respect to the motivations, motivation through which we acquiring those objects. So for example, the object, we make the offering, of the objects out of the motivations to become to impress others, or to receive a praise or admiration from others. So out of such motivations, then to if we make an offering, if we make an offering, then it becomes the corrupted. The offering becomes corrupted due to the because of our wrong motivations. And so, in short, if the motivations is corrupted, if it's the stained by, or if it has any influence of any, like the worldly any of the worldly concerns or the dharma loss.
din chewa puditsala ni sosol da mutsendel tseriwa to neme mata ani shashimala ni ta ladu me kompu tobe shida ani tindi pyugo yis ne ta chena yo na ta tin jewu de chunjuren ro yo resro 인산 제우 첨부지 그거에나 네 이지메지 쇼주 센치 좀 고더 저와이나 아니 델베 개치 모르서 문도스
So and then not only that, our the motivations is affected by any like worldly concerns, but even if our motivations for making offering is just to enjoy a good health, or to live long, or to overcome illnesses, and in fact, if our motivation is to find a good rebirth, like a rebirth of human being or a celestial being. So then, if this, then what we are, the scope of our motivation then becomes very small, and so therefore it is said that we even should not should not limit like a scope of our motivation to such a small purpose, temporary purpose. So therefore the best is to have the motivations of making offerings is the bodhicitta, which is to achieve complete enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings.
tne chewa yo me pa kepin zepa shomba se goro ta kepin zepa shomba se ta ani duditsala ni chewa chi duditsala ni zota da an so ganga pa le lawo ngone maimba ani ya chenda wotli ngone maimba pi kase ta mil zenze kase ta pi todashi ani tni ji jotana ni yapo yore susu dos.
And then in that, the second preparatory practice, so this also says, with our offerings should not be corrupted, and also it says that but the arrangement should be very beautiful. So this is to to say that when we arrange the offerings, we should not always take the whatever is a shortcut, whatever is the easiest way, and but we have to do whatever time, whatever it takes, so in order for our arrangement to look as beautiful and as pleasant as we can. Loss.
아니 나 제와 든지 드네다 대하는다고 든 여러 대마든지 든지 때 좀마 아니 다 지자네 이나요 아니 슈나나 아니 세동이 든지 고야요 아니 다 마슈나야 아니 저 시다 든다므로 여러와 든지 좀 마시 뒤에 인자 수수수 벤절 대비 와 소소소 차질 디벨라니 안트니 제고 있어서
chöpa luksa tsuwa.
제월루서 대마드니 여러와 다테오페 좀마다 아니다 세동이다 아니다 라드슈나
And
소소세노 소아이체다
oh,
소소세노 소아이체
then to just to also to ensure that that wherever we put in these the offerings is also is the best material that we can afford, and also to make sure it is it is all very clean, and so material, of course, it can be if you could afford, it could be made of gold or silver, or otherwise it really whatever that is that the one can the best the materials to holding to hold the object that one can afford. So so all to also to make sure that material is also also very clean. Yes.
안제와 부디잘라니 소소라 아니 다 소소기 피터와다 니스파 피터와다 아니 소소를 디세에 왔더니 이나나 아니 소소를 파 피터나니 아니 제와 친구여 송도스.
So so we're doing all this as a part of the accumulating merit and purifying negativities, and so we should also so for these reasons it's also possible, also important that that wherever one can one should make all this arrangement oneself, by putting effort, rather than the asking someone else to do that for oneself. So this is all because the point is of doing this is to accumulate merit for oneself.
대우다 마초제 아니 글로 통비가 내가서나요. 그래 제와 부디잘 그러요 롱도 못했다니 그러고 야자도 부이거를 생각도 네 게주서가 주지 호제서리 마주슈던 같이 저로 차 피고 라디잘라니 주지가니 마수네 된 지금 말했어. 니 칼로사디 잘처럼 지금 니차 사고서네. 아니 드니라는 용어도 왜서 용어 말에 있으네. 아니 드니 수행 로지요레스라.
Yeah, if we there's a story in the in the Atisha's lives, so that even at a very the old age, Atisha, when it come to make a like a water bowl offering, then he always does that himself, despite his all the his the very aged body, and he always did that himself. And but then when at a time that his students they offered him to do that for him, but Atisha simply replied that to the students that was saying that is it appropriate for you to ask whether if you can have my food, that my meal is it appropriate for you to say to me that you can have my food as well? Yes.
Theory ning ma jagala anje jaga pi chi jabo chimbo tndigo I ma trumbol jimba ton ditsala ni koron trangol de ni ma koron la parong ma te yor ma to ni lembol tni te che tni luso ya samari sra ani jeza ni tsola suzo ma hu pi gre wala chewa chewa ya sa te se o tni so mudis.
Even in ancient India, even when the king used to make a large the charities, of distributing things to the publics. So there was the tradition of actually the king, the offering these things, charity from his while sitting on his own throne, but he offering these things to the public from his own hands, and so this is also to the king is doing that. Also, is a part of his own way, his own practice to accumulate merits.
양지 대지양 저 비유다 차체 만종에 들이 이나요 소소소래야지 말 저버서 차체 종문이 손에 conna 대고요 말이서와 저 배야신이 되니 에 추다 쳇조마다 네 메도다 아니 들이 소소가 대외가 주나 네 저 가르피비래 되어 그래서와
and also we cannot also excuse ourselves, from making offerings by saying that I don't have really any things, any wealth, anything to make offerings, because the offering can be even just we can even offer like a water or just plants or the flowers. So there is no, if you have a intention, pure intention to offer, but so there's no shortage of the objects to be offered.
야 아니 가시가 다티지 chewa라네 메토도 chula 수파 피는 되게서 해서네 아니 소소 영에도 저거야 예와데 파죠라 아니 드니 야 니 고치에 그래서 나오지 대표되나 아니 야 보여 말했어 송도 있어라.
But then at the same time, after hearing that, even it's okay to offer, water and the flowers, and then you simply make offering of those that which is easily accessible, but while you never think of making offering of your what you actually things that you the objects that you actually possess, and then you never making offering of your own possessions. So that's also the not right.
제가 아니 페나니 가서 연차 표왔다고 지라 자체나 아니 다 연차 동보 피디살라 아니 동보 되는 다 셰칼하치루 아니 지금은 지로 말로네 바 지디살라 동바치네 매와치네 마 지구에서 그래서
no. So the one common of offering that we make is a water bowl offerings, and so the if I explain how to make the water bowl offerings, so you need to so if you have like a set of 7 bowl, and so the when you are making offerings, so you got to make sure that you never place any bowl, set any bowl completely empty. So therefore what you do is first you fill some water in one, and then from there then you pour that into the next one, but leaving some in that, and then you offer that. So in this way the line placed all the water bowl in line, straight line.
제상안에 tumba피나 가리어르세나네 tumba피나 때지 텐디나고 소소가 마음비가 다 치드비냐 가서나니 벤조나들라송 콜레나 아니 강가요야 던디가 아니 요리송도 스카이세나 네 제츠말레가 에 니마니 제마 바코로가 라마텔라 송화도노 tum바시 song trio, Tumbaji Pugatene, Nijima Becari song to Senanita, Sungodega, Ne Tumba Polatine, Chero Mauba Chidi Salatese, so Alkangi Uncres. Ane Tenisu Haglogi or S.
Some Purso.
Song at Chacone,
No.
Soloya, Sola,
No.
Haya,
No.
Haya, that's Songrova,
No.
Teni Tumbaji Pigeon.
No.
Tela Tenetri Suyaglogi or S. Maubada Chidi Sal Penjol Gangi.
No.
Cheta Jes Malane, Sujit Pe Sacha Jidik.
No. So the it is said that the placing the just completely empty, bowl on the in a offering empty bowl in the altar. So it's a inauspicious, cause to to result in poverty, in futures. So, like for example, in the there's in the life stories of the great yogi like Milarepas. So there is at one time the Milarepa offer a big the brass bowl to his teacher in Mapa, but it was empty, and so Mapa made the comment that it was good that you offered that to me, but it's a very inauspicious that it is empty and lost.
Chetangani that reach in Marbaji to Madi, they would think so too much watch it. Then Parada, then Nandres Servat and Gatson Gendres are Yawache. Nima too much was it. Tetuya, Shimbo, Chiapochi, Ani, Tenisumaya Pochi, the drug is a rest.
So as you know that the how towards the latter part of the Milarepa, he lived a very poverty-stricken life, and that's something to do with that. And now it is said that when you set the water balls in line, so we should always make sure that there's keep a tiny bit of gap between between the bowl, so the gap about the distance of like a space for like a bali, one bali, and so you got to keep a bit of space there.
Then Tomoma did it and Lapayo Pangashunima Tombo Madi. And they said, Nigujato, Mashi Salaya, Yepangashudanaya goes on it.
So when you offering the water bowl, you start from the begin from the left to right, and then at the end of the day, when you are taking the water bowl down, then you begin to empty from the right to the left.
Ani atino machel tombo chelu ditsala nita ni lapani chache lapan yachi pochi mache wache tanga zon rumba kechimbo jile sona zaza chine pigro wa tenoji chine ani tombo chi malu ditsala chimpa woji tene bombo tene pawo chine ani tdiga luto esa resro antni chine pa kona chi nga susan rumba kechimbo shiwoji le sona tel chalu wanoji kijache wanoji chine ani pigu esa res.
Also, there's when you when you're pouring the water into the bowl, so make sure that it was where you hold you hold with both hands, so which is kind of show a respect. So whereas if you just holding with the jug or with one hand is regarded as disrespectful. So in a way, that how suppose if you have to actually if you have a very VIP in your house, and if you have to pour a tea to that very important guest, then you would show a great respect in the way you hold, and so that's the way there's a proper manner, good manner, respectful manner in the way you hold the jug, and as well it should be in both hands, and as well as the way the amount of water when you pour in. So it is recommended that initially it's kind of very a small flow of water, so it's kind of narrow, and then in the middle, then it get a bit bigger, and then towards the end again the narrow. So that's the way it's suggested here.
아니 다 띵노 말도 잘하다 주대 띵 베티 차송야 콩대고 많이 봐 야지 가르치 그래 베티 운샤가면 제나더니 용 많이 봐 아니 야보지 봐지 그도 잘하니 실로만 보마 되고지 다 던지고 나오나지 비트나 마도시 야 베티 공하더니 내가 니샤가도 나지나 안주게 사마레스
and then you need to fill the each bowl just the right amount. It's not like you only fill the half of the bowl, or you fill so much that you're going to overflow. So these are also all considered very inauspicious.
제장가 당가 저때 좀 농주마서 그수티때 다tin chewa pita chewa tanda tiga tani jendol ta metula so pal pa rine rojire sra zuma ni tanribo ta na yedo ngwaji tani so drug ge sar chewa ta so ta tingal nga so ti geshi ja ani kusuti te ni chewa pyo ni to so kan ro sare sra
so that's the just explain you on the how make the the water bowl offerings, and and beside you can also offer like other items like the flowers, or food or anything you have. So you got to whatever you offer. So we have to really make sure that it's all very clean. Clean, and the arrangement is as beautiful as we can. In the sense, beautiful is in the sense of when when you look at it, it looks very pleasant very pleasant looking, and so that's pretty much on the first two preparatory practices.
Yeah, and that kumbatsumazo kasutite ani chewa pi ta che chaina ta karche gorjana ta so chiwen rotel yun ni ta gamja ko resra gamja ni chinyone che ko res.
So now the next thing is to now we have to, after having finished the first two preparatory practice, which include, cleaning our house, setting up the altar, and setting up all the offerings in the altar, and when all these are done, now the next thing is now we have to we are ready to begin the session or the meditations.
On that ni ta di to ta lichin dilu ni ta ni do jet ni yore ta te ni chi do shimar shu isrwa.
So the first thing is to sit in the proper postures, proper meditation postures, and so which this the include like the eightfold body postures. And so maybe I think we will go over this in the next week teachings.
Yeah. Sanju senju rambo je ma je ma je je wa nya ba me ba ye kone kondo